Hey guys, yeah, it hasn't been 2 weeks since I last posted a video. It was just the other day. I've had some thoughts and discussions with other people regarding some, oh, it's basically about life, but being trans in life and the things that we go through that we don't give a lot of attention to. And in my discussions, I brought to the table that prior to transition, how I lived my life was basically I knew who I was inside, and I knew that others didn't see me as that person. However, being female, I was able to dress and do things as masculine as I possibly could without being ridiculed or, publicly denounced. And yet, men who are women have such a much harder time. There's just the male mentality. The first thing they think about is their genitals. Second they think about is how's it going to affect their ego. And I'm not talking about the MTFs, the person themselves. I'm talking about a lot of men in society. And when I say these things, it doesn't mean I mean every person thinks this way. But in my experience, the general population of men have been that way. And so it's really bothered me how hard the MTFs have it, the transgender women, what they have to go through. Us guys, we go through a lot of depression, a lot of dysphoria, and there's a lot of guys struggling out there to try to get the money to have their top surgery. And the attitude is, if I could just get the top surgery, I can deal with everything else. And I think that's everyone will agree with that. Not that it means it's going to go away, your bottom dysphoria, but it just means it's a layer of something that you got rid of. Whereas to the trans women, have so much more intel that they have to do. Most of them, there's a lot of women out there that look very feminine, but then there's a lot of women out there that look very masculine. And in my experience, the ones I have met are over 6 foot. They've got large bodies, bone structures, and it just saddens me what they have to go through on a day-to-day basis. Uh, you know, the social network of males is so much different than females. Females are really critical of each other as far as makeup, as far as dress, as far as how they can catch a guy and that kind of stuff. Or you're tromping on my guy, that kind of stuff is their drama. But guys, they have a silent code of communication, and they don't have to say a lot, and they don't. They don't have to shake someone's hand and expect them to, and feel like you have to continually talk to them for them to like you. They shake their hand and conversation comes up. They talk about it. They don't care if you like them or not. And like I said, it's not every guy, but just in general, what I know about guys and what I've been around and experienced, this is the generalization I've come to. So it's really made me carry like a burden for these people. And guys, I know that depression. I guess I don't really understand depression because I've never been in a depression. I've been depressed, but uh, my survival mechanism is that I pick myself up and keep going. I don't allow time to manifest in where I'm at and what I don't have or what I can't do, and it does get depressing, but I don't allow. I'm not saying I don't have depressing thoughts, but I don't allow it to go into like a depression. At least I don't realize that I do. I did speak on one of my videos that a friend came to me and thought that I was in a depression when I first was retired, but I guess I look at depression as someone who won't get out of bed, who doesn't have any umph to do anything, who has an attitude, well, why do you care? You know, I can't do this or that. And maybe I'm wrong, but that's just my impression and how we were raised too. So anyway, don't want to tread on anybody's boat here and get anybody mad. Please don't take this personal. I'm just trying to explain. I'm just trying to show, give a story about. Sometimes we don't have it as bad as other people, and there's a few women who really have put out the money for all the surgeries, completely transitioned, but don't have that extra money to go that extra mile, like chiseling the face all up so they can knock out some of that bone forehead and, you know, get higher cheeks and, you know, uh, get the square jaw, you know, whatever they do. I don't really know what all they do, but I've seen I've seen some pretty beautiful women after plastic surgery in the before pictures. And so I just kind of want to, you know, have a silent thought about those women that go through these things on a daily day basis. And their defense mechanism is they're angry, and or they put themselves down, or they say, "Oh well, that's the way it is," and yes, it is, but it's the way they say it, and I just know that they're hurt, and it just hurts me, I guess. So I just like to show a little bit. I would like to show some compassion in this video. Any of you watching it, if you take just a few seconds, a few minutes, if you're not an MTF, uh, think about your dysphorias and just think about other people's dysphorias that they can't do anything about. So with that being said, that was some of the things that was on my mind. Another thing that we failed to talk about, and I just did a month and a month and a 1 year and 6 month video. Uh, oh, I got that wrong too. 1.5 years on T. Uh, I've got so much. See, I cannot multitask anymore. I've got so much I want to say, and it just blocks my brain. But there's some changes that I have not been mentioning. I have been forgetting to mention. I did make a comment about the hair. Where's the hair? Does anybody talk about even more hair? Da 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 da. I did say I've got hair on my shoulders. I've got hair on my back, chest, stomach. The bald spot still doesn't have no hair. Thigh hair is thicker. I've always had hairy legs. Uh, I don't think I have a whole lot of butt hair. Cheek hair, should I say. Tony has not said anything, so back hair, yes, it goes all the way down, and it's really soft. I don't know if yours is coarse or not, but it's really soft. Tony likes to uh, nuzzle her nose through my hair and stuff. I did shave this morning. I've been using disposable razors because I had a whole bag of them, and I only used them twice, and they never burned me, and I never got nicked. But I bought the Gillette Fusion, I think it is. Just the regular one, not the prolonged or whatever it is. And I shaved for the first time today, and it really gave me a close cut. It's a little rough right where my hair is really thick, but I really liked it. And it has the side where you can get this hair here. It has a trimmer that you just do the side, and like if you want to trim your sideburns, you know. Um, so that's as far as hair. Another thing that I haven't mentioned, I think I mentioned it a long time ago, but Tony brought it to my attention again, and it's that my ears have gotten bigger, longer. Um, and I had some petite ears, but they do look like they're like I've got a good ear on my head, set of ears on my head. Another thing is, if you notice that my eyebrows are still like a thin line, however, if we were close up, it's filling in really good here. In fact, I had a dream the other day that I woke up and I had these bushy caveman eyebrows, and I freaked out. because they came on just like overnight, and it was funny. But anyway, so those are some of the physical changes I haven't mentioned. When I mentioned about working out and that I'm lifting more weight, I can tell you that my base weight compared to before was probably between 30 and 40 pounds lighter. So that was my base weight. And I so far uh, have, I'm not doing free weights, but I am doing the machines that have the steel plates. I'm not doing the resistant machines that have the air shocks and all that stuff. Um, but the quads and the hamstrings, I am putting away much more weight. So anyway, and this is not a binder. I've had chest surgery. Every time I see a guy in something like this, I think they're wearing their binder. Um, but yeah, my chest is really doing good. It's flat, and there's my pecs. You probably can't see it too good. You can see them coming in. But got some sun. It's very sunny here in Central California, and it can get really hot. You know, the sad thing is that it's not so bad that the temperature is in the low 90s and gets up to the high 90s. It's that direct sun. It just is a scorcher. But anyway, we hit 108 last week, and it was pretty bad. Anyway, so here's some things that I want to talk about real quick. I'm getting into time here. Is you know, as a female, I dealt with all the things that people didn't see me as, but yet uh, saw me not really as female either, because the things I would do, like for my mother, sister, and everything, was the things that the men of the house should be doing. And so they always just knew they could depend on me that way. Um, so now as male, there are things that I do that makes me feel so good, just being male, and just being seen as myself. It just is a high when I'm doing the same thing for them, but I'm seeing it in a different way. And you know, my family has been really good, supportive. You know, they got the pretty much got the pronouns down. Every once in a while, my mom will say she, and I just give her a look. I guess she notices it now, and she goes, "Oh, did I say she? He, I mean." And they'll laugh about it, and it's okay, because more and more that they see me and my changes and the hair and whatever, the more and more they're going to see Ethan J. They all call me Jay, and they're not going to see my birth uh, body any longer. And honestly, I don't know if you guys are like this, but I went back to my pre-T video, my intro and stuff. I honestly cannot stand to watch my video. I sound just like so like a girl, and it hurts my ears. It's not what I'm saying. It's my voice and how I look. And it's really weird, but I'll try to go back and compare, you know, do a comparison, and I just have a hard time going back to my earlier videos with that all. So anyway, I had a few minutes here. Today is a down day for Tony and I. She went and got her hair done, and I thought, you know, I feel like talking. I feel like rapping about some things on my mind, and that's what I was thinking of. I guess I just throwing a little compassion out there for all you who watch that are MTFs. Don't give up hope. Be who you are. You're as beautiful. You're beautiful in every way that you think you're not beautiful. And accept the fact that we get to do this. We get a second chance at living for us. And the journey may be slow for you, even you guys, trans guys, for your top surgeries and stuff. Uh, I look back and I'm already a year and a half on testosterone. I went through a time where I was fighting the doctor on my dosages, and that's all passed. So we get through it. It's just how we get through it. So keep your heads up, take it one day at a time, and make your journey as simple as possible. We'll see you later.